Yeah. Welcome to the Black Club. I'm your host and founder of the show, B Note. Tonight I got my boy with me, Trent Johnson. What's up with it, bro? Back
Man,
on the show.
what it do? What it do?
How you been? You been all right?
Yes, sir, man. I've been doing real good, man. Just working, same old gym. Like I said, about you ready to start school on the 20th of October. I'm ready for that. Kind of nervous, but I'm ready.
On the 20th.
Yeah.
What you doing? What you going for?
Going for computer science, man. Want to get into the tech industry. I know everybody kind of like,
What's
man,
up,
you got to
Dwayne?
watch out because the AI taking over everything. But
Oh,
I'm,
speaking of that, uh, I'm glad you said that. This just a little side note. It wasn't even on the script and them, but I had got a notification earlier that Walmart CEO sending out messages to all their employers about this new AI takeover. AI about that they really about to start putting implementing this in and putting it in.
oh yeah, for sure. Like what a year or two ago. I forgot these big guys that's in the tech industry was saying that AI was gonna take over like 50 to 60% of everyday jobs, you know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah,
definitely coming. And if you really been paying attention, like a lot of rich people have been actually investing into tech companies and things of that nature to even start up this AI business. So it's definitely coming, whether we like it or not, it's coming. So with my degree, I am going to try to get like a minor in, AI. You know what I'm
artificial
saying?
intelligence. Yeah, that's the best
So
way to go right now because
yeah, and
everything
data.
is in direction.
Try to get
Bro,
tap into data as well, because data what runs. That's what fuels
yeah,
AI. So
yeah. I a few months ago, my job had sent us to this little like seminar type thing in Chicago where they was
mhm.
showing us the new machines that they got coming. And the forklifts and the trucks and everything now is it's automatic. There's not gonna be a reason for a human inside the warehouse. It's about to get crazy, and people ain't
Yeah,
even realizing it. What's going on right before they face it.
one thing that will always remain is the trades, them trades that
Yep.
a lot of people didn't want to tap into. And I think because everybody was pushing college to do this, to do that, but like I was telling my mom today, I was like, if I knew the future, a lot of things that I did back then, I would
Right.
have did. You know what I'm saying? I would have prepared myself. But of course, it's neither here or there. But those plumbers, those carpenters, and electricians are still gonna be needed, like regardless of
Yeah.
what. So those type of jobs is something that I've been trying to get my nephews to tap into that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, bro, that this is because they becoming the millionaires. They the one that's becoming rich.
Yeah. Yeah. That's who getting the money. The ones
Hmm.
that's tapping into these new fields that's coming, man. If like I had posted back in 2021, 2022, something like that. I was like, AI is coming. Y'all better start getting ready for it. A lot of people was like, man, you tripping this, and that. Now that it's here, I wish I would have invested in it way back then. What do you say?
He said, bro, really got Timu. I didn't get this on Timu.
They
Well, you
just be
always got them trolls, boy.
yeah, you know how that go.
Yeah.
Um, let's get to our first segment. It's called some news you can use. We got some we're gonna start out with some good news actually. A black doctor, her name is Dr. Hadiya Nicole Green. She's an African American medical
Hmm.
physicist from St. Louis, your neck of the woods.
Right.
She is known for her development of a novel cancer treatment using laser activated nanoparticles. So she's basically cured cancer using nanoparticles.
Oh, that's dope.
But she did it in mice right now. I think it's a mice. Yeah,
Yeah.
she did it in mice right now. But that's they always start that way and then it advances from there. What are your thoughts on
Right.
that?
No, that's a big step, man. That's first of all, I'm proud of her because she's a St. Louis native. You know what I'm saying? But
Already.
that's gonna shake the world, man. You know how the people that's then died from cancer. You know what I'm saying? And got cancer now. I know somebody got cancer now. It's crazy, bro. Like so. Hopefully that come over to the human side and everything turns out well.
Right.
Yeah,
I,
that's
I
that's big.
I just hope that she's allowed to continue her work. You know what I'm
I
saying?
was I was trying to stay on a positive note, but that was the first thing that came to my head because when you start doing stuff like that, they like to go and take you out because you messing up the pharmaceutical company, money.
Exactly. That's the thing.
Because
And cancer is a big billion-dollar industry. And that's why they never wanted it cured in the first place. They could have been had it cured. They
man,
know
they
that.
probably already got a cure.
Yeah, they got the cure. But they're not gonna
To,
give it away.
right. To me, maybe I don't know. Maybe to me, if you got something that can treat it, to me it'd take something, it'd be much harder to treat something than to just
Cure
kill
it.
it all. You know what I'm saying? To me, but maybe I'm thinking backwards. I don't know. But
Yeah.
like with any other thing, I heard that they got a cure for HIV too.
Yeah. Well, I was listening to this dude, he was on an interview, and he said there's a natural cure for everything.
I believe that.
That's why they don't want us really dealing with plants and stuff like that, because everything has a cure, but they
Yeah.
won't make any money. That's why they got rid of Dr. Sebi.
Right.
He wasn't gonna make them no money. You can't make money if everything is getting cured.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty big though. I just hope that, you know, you know how that go. I hope she's allowed to finish her work and do make it to humans so that way we can start having some of this taken out.
Man.
Because it's a lot, man. Everywhere you turn, like I had two friends. One was a year older than me, one was like 5 years younger than me, died of cancer. Back when we were little, it was mostly the older folks or
Yeah.
cigarettes. If you smoke cigarettes,
Yeah.
something like that, you got now shit, it's
Yeah.
no
Anybody.
anybody get
But I
cancer.
think it's the food and stuff that we've been eating over the years, and
Great.
like you said, normally it's like, oh, they must have been smoking or they must have been drinking, back in the day. But now it's just like, I think the food, man, that's how they getting us.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
the food.
for sure. Even the fruits and vegetables that, like, they was telling, like, it's a shame that they had to tell you, like, to get a look at the number on the fruits.
Yeah.
I believe it starts with a 9. I think you good. I think I might have it backwards,
I remember hearing something like that.
but yeah, it's just like you can't even really shop for fruits and vegetables. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Nah. I mean they're attacking everything. Every
Right.
angle that they can to get us, they using it. And food is the best way. That's why so many fast food restaurants and all of them basically selling the same thing now. Dude said, "Where you get that wave cap?"
I think I
Food too
got it
expensive.
off of
Food too
Amazon, I think.
expensive. She targets tumors with lasers, leaving healthy cells untouched. So her method is precise. It's not, So
It
I
ain't
don't.
like the radio, like
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
chemotherapy and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, it's
Cause
not
that's
like that.
what's that harm you too.
Yeah,
All that
that's
radiation.
what killed my homegirl because she was fighting it, and then she had that last chemotherapy session, and it was like it was too strong for her, and it took her on out. Blockbuster stores. Yeah. Um, but I think that's a pretty good achievement. I hope she able to finish it and complete her work. Actually get
Right.
the patent for it, because a lot of times there's plenty of stuff that we've done like this in the past and didn't get credit for because we couldn't get the patents or something like that, chemotherapy. So I hope that she's able to actually get her true recognition for her work. But it look like she will, as long as they don't take her out. This one right here is a little sadder than this story, but a mother commits suicide by driving her and her two kids into Lake Michigan. Did you hear about that?
I did not.
Drake Patton was her name. She was 31. Her children, 6 and 1, were recovered from Lake Michigan on September 13th. Um, the father requested a welfare check. They got into it. I guess they were gonna take the kids from her, and she decided to take the
That
kids with her.
fucking that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. So the kids
Uh,
died.
yeah, everybody in the car. She took them with her. Um, she struggled
That's
with
a
it.
selfish act, bro.
Her family says she struggled with mental health issues after her mother's death, but showed no signs of intending harm to herself or her children. But that they ain't gonna never show signs. That's sad.
Right.
Um, I wanted to kind of use that to segue because in the black community, that's something that we really have to address, but we don't really talk about as much, and that's mental health. What are your thoughts on it?
I believe that black people need to start going to therapy, talking to someone because, in our community, it's like going to a therapy is like a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? People talk about you or, you know what I'm saying? Think, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
we need to go seek help. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the therapy is for. I think we need to push that more, to help us out because people do have, honestly, man, the black community, we have trauma issues,
we do.
a lot of it. You know what
We
I'm
do.
saying? And talk to somebody about it, man, for
That's
sure.
I don't know why it's frowned upon the way it is in our community. Therapy, it's looked at like, oh, if you go to therapy, you crazy or you this or you know what
Right.
I'm saying. But actually, that's what a lot of us really need, especially growing up in those early stages before it got to the point to where she got to, because losing your mother, that's tough. I know personally. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I lost mine when I was 11. So, and I never went to therapy about it or nothing like that. Probably should have as a teenager and growing up in my 20s, stuff like that. But
Is
I
that
know
like, is that
go ahead.
something that still bothers you today?
Not as much, uh, because I guess I've been through so much and lived through it. But like it's certain times of the year, Mother's Day, of course,
Okay, that makes
and
sense.
then
Yeah.
like the month that she died and her birthday was like a week apart. So she
Mm,
died a week before her birthday. So that little week right there, sometimes, some years it's harder than other ones, but
yeah.
it's not as bad as it used to be. Um, but it's still that's something that never really heals once
Yeah.
you lose your parent like that.
Yeah. I got a homie, man. I got two friends, man, that lost their mother, and it's kind of hard to have those conversations, just talk about because my mom's still living, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Um, but sometimes, we talk. It's just hard to kind of just, but I will say it makes me hearing them talk about their mom and how they miss them makes me hug my mom tighter because just hearing them talk is kind of like, damn, like, what if my mom wasn't here? Like, how would I feel? Like, how would I be able to cope right now? And I would probably feel like them or worse because I tell you right now, man, my mom, she's my lifeline. That's my backbone, And my homie was just talking about, he was telling me like, cause he had multiple siblings or multiple brothers and sisters, and he was just saying like it seemed like when mom dies, everything just fall apart because
yeah,
she's the glue
yeah,
that holds everybody together. But when she dies, even if you still have your father around, it's like when she dies, it's like everything's just
yeah.
slowly just come apart. But I don't know, man. I got both my parents, and I try to talk to them and tell them each time I talk to them that I love them because they get up in age, they in their 50s and shit. So it's just like I don't know. It's hard to fathom it. You know what I'm saying? But
I think for me, it was as close as me and my mom was because we both were into sports. She played softball and basketball. I played all sports. So she
Yeah,
was at all of my games. You know what I'm saying?
that's what's
And
up, man.
for me, for it to happen, I think as early and as young as I was, I kind of feel like God knew what he was doing because I couldn't see that being now and I lost her. You know what
That's
I'm
what my
saying?
homie said too. He said he's thankful that it happened when he was young because I think he was like 17
Yeah.
or 18. But yeah, he said the same thing. Yeah,
It changed everything. Like my grades had dropped at one point, and then I had got them back up and stuff like that. But
yeah,
it affected. Like I didn't look at sports the same. You know what I'm saying? Because you
yeah,
look in the stands and you used to somebody being there and ain't nobody there. Like my daddy, he's still alive, and we still we didn't have that close relationship growing up. He worked
yeah,
so much,
yeah,
and he wasn't really athletic like that. Him and my
yeah,
sister were closer than, and it was like me and my mama because we both had that to
yeah,
relate
yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah.
But once she passed, he was like working all the time, and I had to pretty much step up because like I'm the oldest of the grandkids. And so we went to go
Mm,
stay with my granny for a little bit too to kind of help him out. And so I was the one that had to do all the cooking and had to make sure everything was clean. You know what I'm saying? I had to grow
yeah,
up sooner than I would have.
yeah, facts, yeah.
But yeah, man, that ain't nothing I would wish on nobody. I used to get into fights with my homeboy because they arguing with their mama, talking back to their
For
mama. And I'm
real?
like, yeah, bro, I got into a bunch of fights because of that growing
Yeah.
up. Like, bro, y'all stupid. You know what I'm saying? I'm going off on them about their mama.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not something it ain't easy to deal with.
yeah. I going back to the topic, I just recently lost a homie, man. RIP, my boy Keon Shavers, but I think he was going through a mental, crisis or whatever. And I've reached out to him and stuff like that. But as a man, sometimes like we say, we kind of like, "Nah, I'm good, you know what I'm saying? I'm all right, woo, woo," but deep down I can see it.
Let me block this dude because he's stupid. He being stupid. And they
Uh,
having to call him out in the chat. So we're gonna go on and take him out.
all right.
The deleted user.
But
Appreciate that, Dwayne. I'm gonna have to give you a wrench so it make you a
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
What
I'm
is
gonna have to give
called
Dwayne a wrench.
I
Make him
forgot
a
what it's called.
moderator.
Yeah, moderator. Yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah,
My bad. But go ahead.
I just lost him, and he was kind of going through some stuff, and I'll reach out to him like, hey, you good, bro? You all right? You know what I'm saying? And as black men, we kind of like, yeah, I'm good, bro. Like,
First thing we gonna say.
but I could see it. I could just see it, man. I'm always asking, my friends and people that I talk to, man, how's your mental, man? Is everything good? You all right?
You never know what that does for a person.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Just having somebody check on them, it might change their entire world.
yeah,
That's why I made that post that one day, like, man, check on your
yeah,
people,
yeah,
check on
yeah,
your because you never know, man. And
bro. You never
like
know.
with some of my friends and stuff like that, I became the person that they would call. Like I had a
Yeah,
cousin that lost his mother. So he called me and asked me, he was just asking me how to
yeah.
handle it and how to deal with
How
it
to
and stuff
cope
like
with it?
that. Like, so I kind of looked at it like, well, maybe God put me in that position for a reason because it's been three people I've had to do that with,
Yeah,
recent too. And so I don't know. That's just losing a parent. I don't know. Like you said, the father, it's a little different. Like me and my dad, we close now, but that's because I made it that way,
yeah,
you know. And but even my granny, like I'm real close with my granny. My great granny was still alive. She just died in like 2018. So I had
oh
that
dang,
all yeah, like I had that growing up all the way too. But it ain't like the mama. It ain't like your mama.
yeah,
It's totally different.
man,
Sometimes I do wonder like what life would have been like had she been here. But
man.
that's
Like
the
I
only
said,
thing
man,
we
just
really got.
hearing that, bro, just make me. Cause like I'm telling you, man, like I talk to my mom
Yeah,
every day, bro.
that's good.
And to not be able to do that no more, it'll break me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It'll break me. Just thinking about it make me kind of, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
it do, it
teary
do.
eyed. But
We
it's
we
like,
could we could switch
yeah,
real on because that does make you kind of it'll really put you in a certain type of mind frame. You start
yeah, for
thinking
sure,
about
yeah,
stuff, love more mom or dad. Uh, I wouldn't say I love one more than the other one. It's just that I love them differently because they had different roles. My mom was more of my coach. She knew how to keep me in line, especially like
man,
on the field and on the court. You know what I'm saying? When I get to, because I used to have a little bad attitude growing up, and she'd be the one that, hey, well, get your ass right. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Shit, rest of the game, because I remember one time she had told me this was baseball. She was like, don't go down there showing have no attitude. And I went right. We had went out of town and
mhm,
played an out of town game. So I'm supposed to. I went down there and had an attitude because of the referee and all of that
yeah.
shit. So she found out and wouldn't let me play in the All Star game. Boy, that shit
Oh
fucked me up.
man,
Yeah, the mama is different. The mama, I don't know why, but it's just different. I wouldn't say I love one more than the other one. It was just
yeah.
a different type of love.
Well, in my situation, I was raised by my mom. My dad, he left when I was like 11. Really didn't really, you know what I'm saying? Didn't really see him like that. Didn't really. I honestly, bro, I never even really catch. I never caught a moment with him. Like I never. Now we older, like we talk more and stuff like that. But I
Does
never
it seem
really.
like you forcing it though? Like when you talk to him or try to have a relationship with him, does it seem like
Sometimes,
right?
sometimes I did have that talk with him though. Like man, we grown now. I said it don't. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool, but I really want to know, like
How did
I
that
re-
affect you growing up though? Like not
man,
having a
it was
father.
a huge effect on me. Kind of like how you were saying, like for us, like see, my mom was always there, but my mom didn't play sports like that. You know what I'm saying? My dad played sports. You will always like, in the hood, they always say, man, your dad was this, your dad was that. You know how? So
Right.
as a son, you kind of want to be better than that. You know what I'm saying? To show them, like, you know what I'm saying? That I think when I was in the third grade, all the way up to like, I want to say like probably like my freshman year, sophomore year in high school. From third grade, I used to always look in the stands and see if he was there. He never was there, man. And so I was good in sports, one of the best, but I felt like I could have been the best if I don't know, just had some type of
Yeah.
encouragement or just a pat on the back or good job, son, or I'm proud of you, son. You know what I'm saying? Just something like that.
Right.
Just would have, I was just one of those type of kids. I just needed that extra motivation, man. Like one of my love languages is words of affirmation. So just sometimes hearing some good, positive things,
Right.
man, no telling, you know what I'm saying? But it affected me. I like you said, my grades were slipping. I was quiet, like I didn't want to, I was traumatized about everything and I just held everything in. So I was quiet. I'm naturally an extrovert,
Mhm.
but for some years I was just quiet, man. I had friends and stuff, like, you know what I'm saying, that I kicked it with, but I just didn't really do too much. And then like I said, after my sophomore year, it's kind of like, you know what? It is what it is. So I came back to myself, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just been like that. But the question, to answer your question, when you said it was forced, so I had got to a point where I ain't got a dad. That's just how I felt, you know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't there. He come back in, and I apologize, this, that, the third, and woo woo. So I'm really a person that, I'm not finna hold grudges. Like I'm not finna be, I was never mad at him. I think I was just more upset with him
Right.
because whenever we did talk, he was like, "Man, your mom this and your mom that." I ain't really trying to hear that, but at the same time, I did experience some, baby mama stuff. So I get it. I get
Right.
it how and my mom, she wasn't the easiest, you know what I'm saying? But she was just heartbroken, you know what I'm saying? He broke her heart. But um he just was like, I tried, man, but she did this and did that. And I was like, why you didn't go to court? That's what I did. You know what I'm saying? He
Right.
was like, man, back then I ain't had no money like that. And it was expensive. It was just always so it's just like, you know what? Whatever, man. But we talk now. It's really like more of a it's not really the father son type of vibe. It's more like a big homie, if
Okay.
that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
just like I know you, you know what I'm saying? OG, but it ain't really that father. Like I wouldn't come to him. Honestly, I wouldn't go to him for no advice.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I go to my mom's, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
But I'm still thankful that I still have my parents though. They brought me in this world. I'm gonna always give them the utmost respect and love, you know what I'm saying? But I did experience not having a father, you know what I'm saying? He's still alive, but just didn't get, you know what I'm saying? I just didn't
Yeah.
get that experience. So I always tell people like I don't know what it feels like to have a dad for real. Cause I don't.
I think that's why it's so important. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to make sure I was in my kids' life. You know what I'm saying? Because not having a parent there, I knew what that was, and being
Yeah,
raised by a single parent afterwards, because I had both of my parents until that happened. So
yeah,
I kind of didn't want that for my kids, even though it didn't work out with me and their mom.
yeah.
I still had to make sure that they knew that I wasn't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Same, same, same. I tried, man. I tried so hard. But you get to a point where and I thought this about myself, like, damn, like I know I'm trying, things are just not working out. And I'm
Right.
not happy about it.
Right.
Do I continue to live on in this household being unhappy, being miserable? Or do I like, hey, let's go ahead and wrap this up, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just not working. We're gonna try to co-parent the thing, but I gotta my peace is my happiness. I need it back. So that was a choice I decided to make. I felt like at that time I was just like, I asked myself, well, I told myself, like, man, if you was to die right now, you would die a miserable and unhappy man. And it was just like, I didn't want to die like that, bro. It's like I gotta change something.
Yeah.
So that's when I decided to like, I gotta. And at first I thought it was a selfish move, but I'm still able to be in my daughter's life. Not exactly how I want. So I always feel like if you leave the home, you will never be able to be there 100% anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I
It's
had
not
to
possible.
realize that and I had to accept that. You know what I'm saying? But once I got to that point, I ain't gonna lie, like I still kind of deal with it a little bit, but I'm coping with it better. But after I got over that point, I was cool. I'm happy. I'm at peace. I'm not, I'm sad. I feel like I didn't accomplish a lot, like, and still, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
reaching my goals. So and my kids happy, man. They smile. I still take them on trips. I still able to do a lot of stuff with them,
Yeah.
but like you said, I tried, man. I tried to give them what I didn't have. It's like I didn't have a dad, so I wanted to. I still am in their life, but it's like I'm not going nowhere. Like I'm still here. You can always call me,
Yeah.
talk to me. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But it's unfortunate, man. A lot of us end up in that situation, man. Of broken families, man.
Yeah. I looked at it like if I couldn't do nothing for myself, I couldn't do nothing for them. So I had to get,
Had to.
yeah, I understand you on that part. You have
Yeah.
to take the time to get yourself right in order for you to be able to provide for your kids because you just won't be able to do nothing if you don't,
I,
especially
I be-
mentally.
Right. I believe it's always a sacrifice to great success.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This next story, it went viral. Now I've read two different sides about it. One side saying that it wasn't true, one side saying that it is true. But we know things like this go on. Kiana Reeves, she'd had an interview at Cracker Barrel. This was in Detroit, Michigan. She went into the interview, had the interview, went to the bathroom, never came back, was
I
never
seen
seen
that.
again. Then she was found like several miles away from the Cracker Barrel in like this freezer or something, and they were getting ready to ship her ass somewhere. She was about to be like uh human trafficked, and she was like a day or two away from being never seen again. Now, Cracker Barrel hasn't came out and confirmed that this happened or denied it either, but it is a story that's been trending. You say you saw it? What do you think about it?
I did see that. First of all, this should be like head news. Like this should be
Exactly.
everywhere. Um,
Exactly.
that's what there's a lot of stories that's not getting told, man. That's puzzling to me. But I think I saw that on TikTok or some social media outlet, but
Yeah.
not like you know what I'm saying.
News.
It's sad. I don't know why she trying to get an interview at Cracker Barrel, but
Out of all places you go try to go work at.
man, but it's sad, man. It's just sad because, like we talking about parents, your daughter going to an interview, bro, and not coming out alive, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy work, bro.
But it happens so much now that I believe the society has become like numb to these type of stories because we get so many Amber Alerts. It's always something like that going on to where you see it. A lot of people now get an Amber Alert and just swipe it off.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm one of them people. I need to probably
Me
stop
too. That's
doing
why I
it.
brought it up. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? I
because
can't
like you
lie.
said, damn. Now that you said it is crazy because I be dead sleep too when it be popping off a lot
Yeah,
of time. I just be like, just hit the button. I don't even look at it. But yeah, when I first used to get them Amber Alerts, I used to read them and everything. I'd be like, I
yeah,
bet I know what to look for if I see
yeah.
them. But it's like you said, it's become normal, bro. Like, and it's sad.
It
It's
is.
sad, bro. Like,
And we know stuff like this happens and goes on all the time.
I don't even know how I don't even know how to resolve an issue like that, though. You know?
Oh, that's an industry of its own. It's its own $1 billion industry. You're not gonna resolve it. That human trafficking, that is, I believe, in my opinion, you don't become a billionaire unless you get into that some kind of way. I think
Really,
it's some kind of investment that you can do, like on the stock market. You know, they got so much shit on the stock market that we don't even know about.
the black market, yeah.
Yeah. I believe it's some kind of way that they are investing in this and it's a real industry, but you only can hit it once you hit that private side.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But it because why is it that they always get the people that snatch them up, but never who they selling them to? These folks is going somewhere when
They
they getting
going somewhere.
kidnapped. They going somewhere. While those people never investigated, you know what I'm saying? Like nothing's ever done to the people that's actually buying them.
And they have the power and the resource to find these things out.
Yeah,
But
but
they
you ain't
so
gonna.
high up that they control the CIA,
Yeah,
the FBI. They control
you ain't
all of
gonna
this stuff.
investigate yourself.
Nah, all these look movies they tell it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's a secret society that's pulling the strings.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
just, I man, it's a sad story.
it is.
She ended up 900 miles away from that Cracker Barrel.
See, that's yeah.
That's not coincidence.
And they be selling our organs and stuff like that too.
Melanin is worth more than gold.
Yeah.
Our skin is shit. We are walking diamonds, basically. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
seen this one story where this white guy from Europe, he was trying to pay these black women uh to get pregnant, but he wanted their babies. He
huh.
wanted their babies, and he wanted their eggs.
Mm.
So, and he was just talking about, yeah, your people is basically y'all have things that no other race have. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so valuable. Like, he's telling them, like, you don't even know. Like, y'all everything about y'all is so valuable, so unique, so, and it's crazy because it was like three or four black women. They were just like, they was thinking about it because he was like, well, how much? Just give me a price. And it
You,
was
you
it's like,
know you
it was crazy, bro.
we used to be they used to eat us. We was a delicacy.
Yeah.
It's a lot about us that we don't even know that they know. They know what we capable of. They know what our skin or whatever melanin is capable of. They know all
Hmm.
of that about us from the every cell of our body. We don't. They just tell us what they want us to know, and
I
they
was
want us to hate ourselves. But really, we are something different than a lot of people realize.
We really are. I think we all know that though.
You think what?
I think everybody know that. Like,
Yeah, everybody
we're the
knows what
most
black.
hated. We don't really have. We at the bottom of the
Think about
totem pole.
this. Why would they hate us for no reason? We never did nothing to them. Never, you know what I'm saying? Like everything they learned, we taught them how to do it. Then they used it against us. Why would they hate us so bad and make the world hate us if it wasn't something like that about us? If
Right?
we were just regular people, they wouldn't give a damn.
Nah.
They don't give a damn about the Asians like that. They don't
Nope.
care about the Hispanics like that. Why is it us? Chosen ones.
Right. Because we at the bottom. If we at the bottom, why you hate us so much?
What can we do? We don't run nothing in any kind of system. You know what I'm saying? So what is it about us that you hate so much? It has to be the only other thing it can be is spiritual.
Gotta
It
be.
has to be
But if you
something.
notice, like, we are like, man, even though we are the lowest, considered the lowest in American standards, we like the most influential people on the planet.
We are.
We are the
Everything.
yeah.
Everything. If we don't wear it, it's not popular. If we don't rap it or sing
Yeah.
to it or
We
whatever,
don't
it's
say this and we don't say that. I
it's
be
not
watching
popular.
them videos where they be I forgot what app, but I don't know if it's a dating app, but it's like a video thing where they could talk to people all over the world.
Yeah.
These black dudes be talking to these women. I'm talking about all over the world, boy. They love them some black men, boy.
We the most desired right now
Man.
out of all demographics. Black
But I
men.
just I just be paying attention to like the women and how they dress like black women. They wear their hairstyles and stuff like black women. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
Everything like when they was getting the fillers, the lips, they wanted their
African
lips.
and be specific, African American people. It
Yeah,
ain't
not just
just,
any
you know what
black
I'm saying?
people.
Yeah, yeah.
Now Africans, they have some influence, but that's only when people want to, learn about their culture and stuff like that. But when it as far as the industries, when it comes to
Yeah, they
music,
want to be like us.
yeah, even they want to be like us. Everybody in the world want to be like black Americans. Oh, saying they hate us because they not us. Yeah,
Facts.
and they can't be us.
They
And that's
can't.
what it is. They can't replicate what we do. They try hard. They try to do everything that we do, but they can't. So they try to create stuff that's only for them. That's why,
Mhm.
like hockey and shit like that. We don't care about that. Even though we got black folks in it now that's taking over.
Yeah.
Everything we get into, we dominate. That's why they had 400 years ahead of us and still couldn't get rid of us. That we dominate everything. Sports, and hell, you see science. I just seen this thing where this black girl, she's the highest chess. She's got the highest IQ for chess as a black as a for a woman.
Yeah.
She's a black woman. Black, she like 16, 17 years old.
Mm.
Like if they let us in, it's a wrap. We don't put raisins in. We damn sure don't do that.
Hell no.
No, damn sure don't put no raisins in the potato
Bro, when I
salad.
first heard, I'm like, people really do that shit?
I done seen people put apples. I done seen people cut up apples, food, put it in the potato salad with the raisins. I done seen out. Yeah, nah, we don't, nah. That food, we the leading industry in that.
Yeah.
Everybody want to cook like us. They everything that we do, but they hate us. They hate us, but they love everything about us. I don't understand it. And we don't do nothing to nobody. We try to mind our own business.
We be big chilling.
Everything we try to do for ourselves, they got to be a part of it. Like the black family that built that town in Georgia, they was complaining, talking about it's racism because they didn't want to let white people in. So then white people go to build their own town in Arkansas, and nobody gave a damn.
Nobody, yeah.
It's like what? We don't care. We just want to be left alone. If they
That's
leave
really
us
all.
alone, we could prosper as a community. But they know that.
They
That's
don't
why they
want to.
ended
They don't want to
segregation.
see us.
Hell no.
They don't want to see us up there, man.
It's one thing that they scared of, and what they fail to realize, black folks don't even care about it. They think we would want revenge for slavery and try to make them slaves.
Yeah.
We don't even care about that. We don't want to make nobody slave. We just want y'all to leave us the fuck alone. That's
Yeah.
it. That's
That's it.
all. That's all black people ask for. Leave us alone. Give us an equal opportunity in this playing field,
And
and
that's
watch
it.
what we do. Watch
That's
what we
it.
do. Uh, Speaking of racism, Emmett Till, his cousin, her name is Priscilla Williams Till. She's running for the U.S. Senate in Mississippi as a Democrat.
Okay.
She's challenging Republican incumbent. I don't know why I say incumbent. Cindy Hyde Smith in the 2026 election.
That's dope.
I think that's pretty. I agree.
That's
I think
dope.
it's pretty dope.
They
I hope
keep
she
they keeping
wins.
his name alive. So I still haven't got to see. Was it a TV series or was it a movie
That
about?
movie, I still haven't seen that movie
I
either.
haven't either.
I kind of don't. I kind of been pushing it off to not watch it because I
Yeah.
know he was like 14. You know what I'm saying? And to see him laying in that cat, because I've seen the pictures of him in the casket, and nah, I don't need to see that movie.
Some stuff is just hard to watch, man.
Yeah, like
Um,
12 Years a Slave. I've never seen that.
for real.
Yeah,
I think I did see that. And I was it 12 years. Hold on, is that the one with Will Smith in it? Oh no, that's
that's
a
that's
match
the one with Will Smith is called.
is it emancipation or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, 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 yeah. Emancipation, something like that.
That was a dope movie.
I think he had to
That
do
movie
that
was okay.
with the one with Will.
The one with Will, that movie was okay.
Yeah,
Um, because I know everybody's seen this picture before. It's always this slave. He's got his back out. He's like kind of turned like that, and he got all those.
yeah,
So that movie was about that man.
yeah,
Yeah. So it was a dope movie. But like Rosewood, did you ever see that movie?
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Some movies just like, you know what, we can't because that is gonna make us want to take revenge out on the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
But they
Like,
do that on purpose because they want to keep that line, drawn between us and white people because they
yeah,
know if we ever unite, we gonna figure out who the real enemy is. They don't want that, so they keep racism alive and all these little and that's what I be trying to tell people. I'll be like, y'all gotta understand these online personalities. Some of these be bots. Some of these are fake accounts that's created just for that purpose. And you have certain black people that don't know that don't know about AI and stuff like that, and they fall for it.
yeah.
And they
I,
hate, and. But
I'm like
I'm like
Dwayne.
Dwayne.
Sometimes I do watch it to learn about the history of it.
Yeah. But the what I've learned about, especially doing this, is a lot of the history they told us was a lie.
Mm.
And it's crazy because they make it seem like we were the only slaves in this country, but they don't tell slavery the way that it actually was in the beginning.
Yeah.
They make it seem like it was just the chattel slavery or whatever they call it. But it wasn't in the beginning. Slavery was basically like it was 4 to 7 years, and it was called indentured servitude. And once you served your time, it was kind of like jail. Once you served your time, you was free. You get released. Then you get, I think they gave them 50 acres and $50 or something like that. And
Mm.
then once you were released from servitude, you can own slaves and you get paid for having slaves. So a lot of black people had slaves. It was a lot.
Mm.
It was over 3,000 black slave owners. And majority of them fought for the Confederacy, fought to keep their slaves because a lot of it was like the plantations, the sugar and the, stuff, cotton. A lot of these black slave owners own these plantations. They don't tell none of that because they
I
want
ain't
us
know
to
none
think
of
we
that.
was the inferior race.
I did
When in
not know that.
reality, we were running shit even back then. And that made me look it up because I wanted to know who we were before slavery. And I'm like, because in
Yeah.
school, everything starts out at 16,
Slave.
19,
Yeah.
slavery. That's
Yeah.
it. So who were we before then? Hell, we was kings and queens. We was running the fucking world. They don't want us to know that. I don't understand why. You know what I'm
I didn't
saying?
even
Like
know about the Moors until I was
the
grown.
Moors, like dominated everything,
Yeah.
especially in Europe and all of that whole region right there.
They don't never talk about that. You had to go and read about that.
Yeah, no, they don't want you to know about that. The Moors, the dude that started the Republican Party was a Moor. He was a ex-slave or something like that in Houston.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah,
see, I ain't even know nothing about that.
black folks voted Republican up until 1964 or 65, something like that. We voted Republican. That was our party. We created the Republican basically with some white dudes they didn't, that went against slavery. It was always white people that went against it too. And they was all part of it. But it was started by freed slaves. That's why you got the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment, and the Civil Rights Amendment was passed by the Republican Party.
I think I did read something like that.
Yeah, we didn't start voting Democrat until Kennedy got Martin Luther King out of jail in Texas. And once he got assassinated, LBJ said that he's going to keep black folks voting Democrat for the next 200 years. That's how the switch happened. But
Mm.
before that, we didn't fuck with Democrat nothing because the KKK and all of that shit was that was the Democrats.
Mm.
They still own it. It's still in the Constitution to this day that the KKK is owned by the Democratic Party. A lot of people don't know that. But
Damn.
we've been voting Democrat so faithfully
Right.
for 60 years now.
Shit, ever since I could remember.
Yeah. And that's how they got us. And if you think about it, ever since we switched, I mean, it wasn't always good for us anyway because we were coming out of slavery, but we were better off as a community when we were voting Republican because family was still the cornerstone of the black community.
Yeah.
Once we started voting Democrat, it became an individualized mindset. And you see where we are today
Mm.
because they put the drugs. That's who put the drugs into the black community. That's who Bill Clinton is the fucking one that signed the crime bill. The prisons, the private prisons,
Pretty
all
sure.
of that shit was done to us by the Democratic Party. We don't even know it. They hide it. And a lot of people don't look for it
Mm-hmm.
because we were told that's what our grandparents voted, our parents
Yeah.
voted, and it was just passed down, and nobody ever questioned it. Like, why the hell do we vote? Why do we just give them our vote automatically and not
Mm-hmm.
look at both sides to see who's the better candidate?
Well, I feel like you had made a point about how the Democrats be going for, like, I feel like it's a crutch, and black people need to they stay on that crutch for so long. Even when they ain't even hurt, they got the motherfucking crutch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, pick yourself up. Like we talked about this a couple of episodes ago about how we need to get up, man. It's not like it used to be. You know, Martin Luther King and all of those, people that was in high places that was representing us have gotten somewhere. And let's use that opportunity. Don't let them die in vain. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go to the library, go, I'm in school and you be doing your research and doing, you know what I'm saying, and preach to the people. Like, do that, man. Don't let this just go to waste, man. It's a lot of
Die.
people that
And
die
that's what
for
we
us, man.
doing as a black community. Everything that they fought for back then, it's like now we just like, fuck it. We got the freedom that they was wanting, and we
Yeah,
ain't doing shit with it. We got the opportunities that they were asking for. We ain't doing shit with it.
yeah,
We wasting it.
yeah.
They fought. Imagine back then if those people had the cell phones that we got and access to the internet, man,
I ain't gonna
they
lie,
would
they
have
try
changed
to.
the world
Yeah,
because they had the heart to. Nowadays, black folks like, oh shit, that ain't my business. Yes, it
yeah.
is. Because of your ethnic, I call it ethnic association. Because we all,
Mhm.
regardless of where you from or nothing like that, like you from Missouri, I'm originally from Arkansas, but we black.
Yeah,
So we gonna be looked at the same regardless.
same.
And that's what I try to tell. Like when I be talking to black women, they be like, well, I'm not like that and all that, but you don't stand up against it because
Yeah,
when we see black women on the internet, what are they doing? Twerking.
twerking.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit
That's crazy that
across
we
the
said
board.
that.
And so I try to tell, I be like, look, it don't matter if you do it or not. You're gonna be viewed the same because there's so many that do it. And we don't
Stereotypes.
we don't understand that no more. Like we gonna be guilty by association just because we black. A lot of
Yeah,
these black dudes running around shooting up, robbing. I ain't never robbed nobody.
nah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, we
we
all
get
look the same.
associated with it. Yeah, we all looked at the same. So if we can change our mindset as a black community and get back to the mindset that they had in the 60s
Man,
and 70s with
we
this
be
technology that we got now, bro, we be unstoppable.
yeah. But
But
I
that's
also
why they
think
keep
about
us.
that sometimes, like even when it comes to voting and stuff, just like people really have died for this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we cannot
And now
just
you
let
got
this shit
people
go
that
to
don't even go
waste.
vote. And you had black folks that died to go vote
Die, bro.
for their voice, just to have a voice. They went and marched and got beat and spit on and attacked by dogs. All of that for us to be where we are now.
Man,
That is imagine being Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, and you looking at where the black community is now. I know they just
I'd be
sick.
like this.
I know they sick. Like, man, you mean to tell me I got assassinated for this shit?
It ain't
I didn't mean for I didn't mean for it to come out like that, but
nah, for
you,
sure though.
you know what I'm
What
saying? Like,
Bubba Dub is saying, man, he'll be rolling over in this grave right now.
man, just imagine, like Harriet Tubman, a lot of those Ella Burks, you know what I'm saying? Women like that, people like that, that the Black Panther Party, what they was trying to do, all of these folks that
Putting their
fought
life on
so
the line.
hard, they put their life on the line, and we won't even stand up for nothing, not even for ourselves. Unless it's some money that they're gonna be sending out. That's all,
That's the only way.
they were crunk when that stimulus shit was coming out and them PPP loans.
I still feel like, man, I'd have missed out on that. I was-
Man, I hate that every day I think about it. Ain't nobody went to jail. I should have got
None
me
of
a
the people
damn.
that I know that got it ain't go
They
to jail,
chilling
man.
now. The people I know that got it, they done started a business. They, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting here trying to be cautious and shit back then. I'm like, man,
I'm like,
no.
yeah, I ain't doing. I know they going to jail. I'm just sitting back, man. Them folks, man. I'm talking about people that got brand new ass trucks and
Yeah.
everything.
If they do it again, I don't give a damn. I'm getting the people at this time. I don't care.
The PP, boy, that was boy. We done lived through some shit.
Man, ain't we?
I could, that's crazy, boy.
um, Now to kind of head towards some better news. In Arkansas, a North Little Rock Fire Department made history this month, September 2025, with its first all black female fire
I
crew,
saw that.
comprising firefighter Aisha Green, engineer Kimberly Holloway, and Lieutenant Chandra Minor and Captain Sharita Buchanan. This milestone is a significant achievement and advancement for diversity and representation in firefighting, providing an inspiring example for future generations of Black women.
Yeah,
That's dope.
I
That's
gotta.
dope. I gotta get that to that department.
Yeah,
That is dope.
shout out to them, man.
That's dope. Especially Arkansas. Shoot.
Yeah, that's what shocked me. That's what shocked me. I'm like, Arkansas?
Out of
That's
all
dope.
places, Arkansas, Central Arkansas at that.
Arkansas, one of the most racist
I grew up
states.
there. I know. I grew up there in the 90s. Look, I
Yeah,
was the only Black dude in a lot of my classes because I was in the advanced classes.
yeah,
And so I was on the quiz bowl, you know what I'm saying? All that
yeah,
type shit. So I saw racism at a different level than a lot of people did. It it
yeah,
it was different. But I
yeah.
also know that it taught me not all white people are like that. You
Right,
know what I'm
right,
saying?
right, right.
That's one thing it did teach me.
Yeah.
But Arkansas ain't no joke. That's where we was at. We was doing this store. This was like I had already graduated. I came out here, and I used to have this job where we traveled over all over the United States doing resets for like Lowe's and Office Max. So
Okay.
we up in northern Arkansas in the Ozark Mountains, that's close to Missouri.
Yeah.
And this manager, he's the store manager. He kept coming to. He's like, "How long y'all gonna be?" You know, he kept asking us. We like, "Man, we usually stay to the store end. You know what I'm saying, or to the close. Then we leave." He kept coming. We was like, "Bro, what is it?" He was like, "Look, y'all want to be out of here before sundown because the Grand Dragon stay 40 miles away, and he got all the police and everybody working for him." We was like, "Oh shit, say less. You ain't saying nothing but a word." We called our bosses because they was in Plano. The headquarters was in Plano. They said, "Oh hell no, y'all get out of there.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it." So we ended up going across to Missouri and ended up, in Missouri. But
Yeah.
I never forget that. I mean, he kept coming to us
Damn.
like every 2 hours. He
He
like,
was
"Man, y'all,
serious.
how much y'all?" Yeah, he was like, Y'all now, y'all need to." And we a crew. It was four of us, all Black dudes. So he was like, "Shit, y'all now, y'all don't want to be around here at the sundown." I was like,
Damn.
"Hey,
They still got that shit.
yeah, they still got that shit. They it's in certain places,
Yeah.
like places like that, northern Arkansas,
Yeah.
some places in East Texas, still like that. I've seen
Yeah.
some sundown towns. I did a video actually on sundown towns, not too
Oh.
long ago. And
Okay,
so yeah,
okay.
it's a few still across America that had that same belief, but I don't know. I'm the type now. I'm the type I go to them motherfuckers right when it's about to be Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
That's how I am. But yeah, uh, that's a pretty good milestone. I like that. They
Yeah,
breaking
no, that's
barriers in
that's dope,
Arkansas,
man.
especially in a male-dominated profession like that.
Yeah.
To have Black women start wearing that hat, make America great again. On the last time, America ain't never been great for Black people, so I don't know why.
Mm-mm.
I don't know why they wear that hat. I don't understand that. Because at what point was it ever great for us? I mean, maybe for the
Never.
people at Black Wall Street for that little time being before they bombed it, but or the people that was in Lake Lanier, that was one of the richest towns before they flooded it.
That was an
All
all
Black.
black town?
Yeah, yeah. That's why they say. That's why they say when you travel across Lake Lanier, if you ain't Black, they all sink for some reason.
Yeah. There's
I've
been a
heard
lot of
that.
people died in that month.
Yeah, that's the ancestors.
Yeah.
It's another one too. The one in Florida. Start with a P, right outside of Florida. The Keys. What are they called? Damn, not a. It might not be a key. I mean, it might not be a P. but it was something. It was an all black, basically like a little small island, but it was nothing but gold on this island. And so what they did was built like a bridge. Oh, I think his phone done cut off. But they built like a bridge that would go from Florida to I want to say not Pensacola. I can't think of the name of it. But there's a lot more. It's yeah, it is. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I just hate it because it's a lot of people that don't know. I saw this truck driver one time. He was delivering in this town and ended up being a sundown town. They almost hung him out there. If it wasn't for the police showing up, and hell, the police was really on their side, trying to get them to
Where
stop.
this at in Virginia somewhere in North Carolina? Or-
You saw that?
I think I did.
Where you at? You ain't on the screen.
Oh, you can't see me?
No, I thought you was gone. Anna, Illinois. That's another sundown town. I know it's a lot.
Yeah.
I've
That's
heard about
close. I know where that's at.
it.
It stands for ain't no niggas allowed.
Yeah.
That's what they call.
I believe it. I believe it.
You still can't see me?
Nope.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know what
But you
happened.
can hear me though.
Yeah, I can hear you. I thought you had cut off there for a minute. That's why I was just gonna carry
Somebody
on.
had
You got it.
somebody
He said
called me.
he said you got
Yeah.
it. Ain't no niggas alive. Man,
Yeah.
that's a real sundown town right there.
I had I had read up on a little bit about it. Yeah, they were definitely a racist
You,
town.
and a lot of people these days, they racist and they don't even know why they racist. They were just told to be racist.
That's what it was. Cause ain't no black person did nothing to your motherfucking ass.
No, not personally. You seen some on TV and you decided to hate just because.
Yeah.
Uh, well, Arkansas has another first. Speaking of, Arlo Washington founded the People Trust Community Federal Credit Union, which is the first black-owned bank in Arkansas,
Dope.
to provide financial services and opportunity to underserved communities and help close the racial wealth gap. That's what's up.
That's what's
That
up,
is
man.
dope.
That's progress. I mean, I know it's plenty more, but that's progress, man. And hopefully that can spread. You know what I'm saying? And other
Yep.
other other people are able to, get black owned banks. See, a lot of this stuff we did have back in the day.
Yeah, like the lady, I did a video about her. I can't remember her name, but she's on, I want to say the dollar bill, or she's on something.
Hmm.
But she had the first black bank, right? All of our money was in this bank. They burned it down, but before they burned it down, they stole all the money out of it. That's how
Wow.
the wealth was transferred because all of us used to bank with this bank. We
Yeah.
owned our own. We owned our own everything: movie theaters, bus lines,
Yeah.
taxi. Yeah, like everything. We had our own everything, and they stole it by stealing our wealth. And that's how they did it, was through that bank that she had.
Wow.
Took all our money. Yep. They it's a lot, man, that when you look into the history of it, they really like we were really on top and really doing a lot better than we are now. It's just that they stopped the progress by burning it down like they did Rosewood and like they did
Yeah.
Black Wall Street in Tulsa. And it was actually six Black Wall Streets like that, but they only tell us about that one,
The
but it was
one in
actually
Oklahoma.
six of them. Yeah. Where Detroit was one of the richest cities in the world. And it was founded by a black man.
Detroit was?
Yeah. He was Creole. Creole was our original language. This dude broke it down to me. That's why they got rid of it and banned it. But he is the one that founded Detroit. He is the one that, well, I don't know if he's the same dude, but I know it was a black dude that basically founded Cadillac because he had his own little dealership and he helped. That might have been George Washington Carver, if I'm not mistaken, that helped with Ford. I think it was George Washington Carver that basically helped Ford get their mass production going. But
Mm.
a lot of like Cadillac wouldn't be here if it weren't for black people. We
Oh yeah, I
saved
read that story.
that
Yeah, I
entire
read about it.
industry. Like everything about us,
It was finna go out of business, wasn't it? Cadillac
yeah,
or something. Yeah.
they was out of there.
Yeah.
Memphis is another city. If you look at all the black cities today, Chicago, Memphis, look at how they have them. They all filled with crime. They all, you know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
done purposely because what Memphis was the original Egypt. I did a video on Memphis, man. It tripped me out what I found out about Memphis and how they
Mm.
moved all the pyramids out of Memphis. A lot of them still there now, but what Memphis was the original Egypt. It actually is the capital of I want to say Egypt or Cairo, something like that was Memphis. That's where they got that name from when they moved it to where they moved it from, and a lot of the stuff is in the Grand Canyon. Man,
Mm.
it's so much that they lied to us about, hid from us. It's crazy.
That's crazy, man.
But stuff like that, you know, it just shows that they can't keep us down no matter how hard they try,
Yeah.
no matter what they do. They can kill us as much as they want to. They done had, I mean, that's why the whole police was created. Because they used to be the slave catchers. When you run,
Yeah.
that's what the police was for, to catch you. That's what state troopers originally were. Bring your ass back to the plantation. But once civil rights happened, I mean, once slavery was ended, they had to transfer that into something else, and
Yeah.
that's how they
Came up
created
with
the
the police
police department.
department. Yeah.
Yep. All this shit is slave ties, man. That's why the police do to us what they do, because that's what they known to do. That's that
Yeah.
Jesuit oath.
Mm, mm, mm.
They take an oath. But that's dope though. He actually started some barbershops too. 7 barbershops, a barber college. So he doing his thing in Arkansas, Little Rock.
Okay. Shout out to Little Rock, Arkansas.
Little Rock trying to make some improvements over there. They helping black folks out. I like that. Yeah, they owe us. Uh in other news, Jay-Z tried to build a casino in New York. He had this group that he was affiliated with, and they were denied. And then days later, Nas's group that he was affiliated with was
Got
approved.
awarded. Yeah.
I know Jay Z be like, this motherfucker. He beat him with Ether. Who you think won that battle? You think Ether
It was
was better?
definitely nice.
It was definitely Nas.
Yeah.
And that's crazy because I be telling people, I'm like, yo, we actually lived through it. We saw
Yeah.
the, you know what I'm saying? We was there when the battle happened live.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was nice, in my opinion, too.
Yeah. For sure.
But a develop a development project backed by the Queensbridge legend, Nas bid to build a casino at Aqueduct Resorts World in Queens, taking a step forward. So I think that's pretty dope. $5.4 billion. Jay Z's was denied. I don't see where it say how much it cost Nas. I think his was like four something maybe.
4 or 5 beer, I think.
Five, yeah, okay, 5 billion. And
I also saw where 50 Cent he got a he got so he had the film production and everything that was going on in Streetport.
right.
Now he just got approved to do like a whole entertainment hub in downtown Streetport.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he really
They hated on 50 going to Shreveport. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they did.
uh, but when you look at what he's doing, he's really creating a lot of jobs. He's
Mm-hmm.
really, you know, he putting people in positions.
Right.
I mean, I got to give it to him. I like
Got
what he's
to,
doing.
man.
Hell, if I had that money, I'd do the same thing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
create it too. Um, yeah, Jay Z's proposal was struck down, so I know he's feeling some type of way. He
He
lost the
feeling some
Nas
type of
again.
way.
You lose the Nas 30 years later, that's fucked up.
That's crazy work.
Yeah,
I bet them people were like, yeah, we like to eat the better.
yeah. uh, the T app. I know you heard about that app. It was
Hell yeah.
gone for a minute. It's been causing divorces. Um, It's been linked to a spike in divorce violence and other tight knit communities. Family law attorneys report that anonymous posts on the app, which can include claims of infidelity and other behavior, have caused marital conflict and public embarrassment that led directly to divorce. I don't see how. And then, well, first of all, let me say, I don't see how they were able to do this. Ain't that like against something, men's rights or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can chill here. This ain't just about black folks. Yeah, they ask me that all the time. They be like, "Hey, I had another guy about a month ago. He was like, man, I'm white. Can I join? Yeah, man. We don't discriminate over here.
Man, this I don't know. People view on entertainment is weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to just sit up here and just swim in drama like that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's what I don't understand, bro. Like,
find you something better to do, man. These are whole families. Now, granted, it is a lot of motherfuckers that's out here doing shit they ain't got no business doing. But
true.
mind your motherfucking business, man.
Mind your business. Why are you worried about men and married folks? And you never know, they might have some type of agreement,
Never know.
open relationship. But
But
these women have taken this app, and then I remember, I remember I was on, I can't remember if it was Threads or something like that, one of them little apps, and I had one time like, yeah, I'm gonna put you on there. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. What the hell? Shit don't like, I don't care. Put me on there. Man, they be tripping with that little T app.
Yeah,
But
man, it's
that's why
just too
they ass got
much.
hacked and all the information was released.
Hmm.
Hey,
Yeah, people need to find them something better to do, bro.
yeah. I had a homeboy say he was on there and he started getting friend requests out of nowhere.
Mm.
He said it kind of backfired for him. It helped him out.
Right, and I was gonna say that for some dudes, it's probably gonna help them out because
They gonna be
most
interested and want to know where maybe
most
because you
women
know how,
gonna want to know, like, okay, if he got all these women, woo, woo, like, let me see what he got going on. They get on there, they see something they like, they gonna be his next motherfucking victim. Shit.
the thing with women, they know how other women are, so they gonna look at it like, nah, maybe you was the problem
Mm-hmm.
instead of the man. They gonna look at the other
Facts.
woman and feel like they can be something different for that man, so they gonna
Right.
give it a shot. That's what women fail to realize. It backfires a lot of time.
A lot of times.
I saw this list that went viral, and it was a list that they had. I don't know where it came from. I'm thinking it came from the T app, but they had made a list of 28 places to not take a woman to on the first date. I want to see your
Mm.
thoughts on this because it's all some bullshit, in my
Yeah.
opinion. So the first place, well, we'll start with 28, and that's a sporting event, like to a game.
They said not to take.
They don't want to go to a game,
Mm.
even though a game gonna cost you about $200 a ticket. They ain't
Mm.
thinking about that part. That 27 is Waffle House. I don't know what.
I ain't taking no bitch on no Waffle House.
I don't even really like Waffle House myself. I
Yeah.
I ain't too big on that anyway. 26, a bar for just drinks. Oh, they got me fucked up on that one because that's
No,
gonna
this,
that's gonna be the number one date. Most likely, it's gonna be
bruh.
the first one. We going to a bar. I want to see
And
how you can
so
handle
these
your
are first
alcohol.
dates.
Huh?
First dates.
Yeah, this first date.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you going your ass to. I gotta see how you can handle. If you drink, I want to see how you handle your alcohol. I had this one chick. We went out. I mean, she was straight too. Like, but then after we getting ready to leave, she went and pissed behind the trash can, behind the dumpster.
Whoa.
And I was like, okay, I understand. We just left out of here where a bathroom was at.
Yeah.
You chose to. I don't know. I ain't talked to her no more.
Yeah.
But that alcohol will show you who they really are.
Yeah.
It'll show you who they really are.
I don't see nothing wrong with a first date. That, you know what I'm saying? Just
I
pick
don't.
up a little drink. Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you drink, I drink. We having a little,
We having conversation.
ease the conversation in. Say, I took a girl to McDonald's and she was grateful. Shit, that must have been 20 years ago.
do I? Do I? Dwayne fun as hell, man.
Dwayne, man, McDonald's, and she was, you know what? Prom night. I had this chick. I took her to prom. I'm asking her where she want to go. She can go
Mm-hmm.
anywhere she want to go. We can. She wanted to go to Sonic. I was so like, boy, I just knew she was a keeper. I should have kept her too. 25 is a hookah bar. I've never even been to a hookah bar. Have you?
uh, I think I have, but I don't enjoy hookah. Like that's not my
What
nothing
is it?
against it. It's just
What does it
it
do?
give me a headache.
Hell, if I'm gonna smoke hookah, I might well roll up some.
Man, bro, you might as
Yeah, it's
well.
2020. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand what the point of smoking. I get what is it like smoking cigarettes or something like that? Or
It's real. I don't know. It's more to me. It's more like vaping.
okay,
You know what I'm saying?
okay,
Because you smoking this. Well, this shisha. What?
shisha.
Yeah, that's what they call it. And it's I don't know. It just give me a headache. That's another thing that's causing people. It's not funny, but that's another thing that's gonna probably be causing people cancer too after a while.
The weed.
Nah, that's shisha, hookah,
Oh, the hookah. I
that
think
vape.
that's why they made making weed legal because they taking over that industry too, putting shit in the weed.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody
Number
mentioned that too.
24 is nightclubs. Like what? These
I know.
motherfuckers just want to go to steakhouses.
Yeah,
Nightclubs. I'm like, okay, I can see that on the first date. I ain't. I don't. I'm more of a bar type person anyway. I've never.
yeah.
Now that I've gotten older, I ain't really been the type that like clubs like that, unless they're a
I feel
certain
like a
age.
first date should be somewhere where you can actually get to know that person. Y'all actually can hear each other talk,
Yeah,
converse.
I wouldn't
All
even
that
take a
us
chick
just
to the movies on the first date because you can't
yeah.
talk.
Right, right. So it's like it got to be some type of setting where y'all can, chill and have a conversation.
Yeah. 23 is bowling. What?
Oh
I've,
no, that's a
I've
first
actually
date for
had chicks
sure.
I want to go bowling on the first date.
Yeah,
Who is coming up with the list? Uh, now they don't like bowling. I guess it don't cost enough for them. 22 says somewhere that requires a long drive. So you don't even want to have a conversation in the car.
man,
Like, bro, we can't even win with these women these days.
bro.
These modern women is weird. 21, Netflix and Hulu and chill. Okay, I could see that on the first night. I ain't gonna ask
Right.
you to my crib or nothing like that.
Nah. Yeah.
Unless we already on that type of time. You
Right.
know what I'm
Right. That's
saying?
different. Yeah.
Yeah, that's different. But if it's we getting to know each other, I ain't gonna ask you over to my crib. 20 is family functions. Yeah, you ain't finna meet the family either.
Right.
Hell no. You damn sure right. I agree with some of these now.
right.
You
Some
ain't
of
finna come.
yeah.
I ain't finna bring and then cause I know my granny. Baby, now.
Right.
She ain't the one.
No.
She ain't the one. I had my godmother tell me that about my baby. She
she
tried to
told
tell me about my baby mom. She was like, Brandon, that don't fuck with her. But all I saw was ass. So I
you.
didn't,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you're in your 20s and shit, you see a fat ass, that's hey,
right.
19 ice cream date. So they don't
I
even
think
like
that's
ice cream no
dope.
more. They don't like ice cream.
I think ice cream date is dope, man.
I always thought it
Trying to
was.
see who the hell made this list.
That's what I want to know. I should have saw that part. 18 coffee.
People, I don't know, man.
So they don't want liquor. They don't
Dwayne
want
said
coffee.
whoever made this list, there you go, dude.
They gotta be. They gotta be. 17 is Starbucks, which is the same as coffee date. Which,
Hmm.
yeah, do they know how much a cup of Starbucks costs?
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
I I took my daughter there. She wanted some Starbucks when we was on our way to Arkansas. That shit was $15.
Just what? Yeah,
What I said, man, what the hell kind of coffee they making?
that motherfucker got crack in
It got to be, man. They got
it.
fentanyl in this shit or something. 16 is church. Boy, these hoes want to go to hell. church. They don't even want to go to
They
church.
don't even want to go to church.
That should be a given. If a man taking you to church, you should want to keep him because he's God fearing, of course.
Right.
They don't care about that. You taking me to church?
Mm-mm.
Say the gym, so they don't even want to get fit.
I knew they was gonna say. I knew the gym was gonna be on
You
there.
know the gym was gonna be on there. That's 15. It's middle of the pack.
Man, because I hate, and I'm gonna just say it, but statistically, they said that most black women are there's
Obese.
a yeah. You seen that?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it makes sense because when I go to the gym, and I don't really see a whole lot of black women in there.
You don't. Like when you I live where I live at, I see a lot of people running, all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah,
You never really I see black men. I don't
yeah,
see black women.
yeah,
And then this is what trips me out about them. When you try to tell them that men don't want that, they you the problem. You the
yeah.
problem because you don't want them big.
Right.
I don't understand that part either. Like they hated what was his name? Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
'Cause he used to tell them they had to lose weight and all that type of shit. And if
Mm-hmm.
you had
Yep.
a certain amount of kids, your value drops. Boy, they don't want to hear that type of
They don't
stuff.
want to hear it. They don't want to hear the truth.
Nah, they hate the truth. 14 and 13 is Denny's and IHOP, which I put that on the same level as Waffle House, even though I
Same
like
thing.
Denny's and IHOP better. But that's something like, say, after we left the bar, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
And
because
we
you go
go to,
drinking, you're gonna get hungry.
you're gonna get hungry.
Yeah.
And it's out, and those really be the only places open at 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's the only yep.
Say Red Lobster, a buffet. So they don't even want Wingstop, Buffalo Wild Wings at number 9. Number 8 is any fast food chain. So they don't want to go eat nowhere. So basically, it's sounding like it's only Roof Chris and up.
That's what it sounds like.
Say Yo House at number 7. 6 the movies. 5 Olive Garden. I don't like Olive Garden anyway, so
Yeah.
I'm not too big on Italian. Chipotle, they got me fucked up. I got to get my chicken burrito with the beans and I fuck with Chipotle. Chili's, they got Chili's on the list at number 3. Nigga, 2 for
We
20,
can't
they
eat no
crazy as hell.
fucking chili, man.
Chili's and Applebee's at number 2. So anything that got a deal, they don't want it. If we can get 2 for
It's
25, they don't want to go there.
it's a gold digger.
Yeah, it got to be go. Number 1 place, Cheesecake Factory. What's wrong with the cheese? That's what I don't understand. Do they think it's only cheesecake there or something? They know it's
I
other
ate at
food.
Cheesecake Factory for the first time this year.
Yeah, my first
Yeah.
time was right after COVID. I want to say like 2022.
Okay.
That's the only time I've ever eaten there, but hell, I liked it.
Me too. It was good to me.
I don't be understanding these women eating there.
Decent. It was a nice vibe in there and everything.
Yeah, like the environment is cool. I don't know. But that's the top 28 places that they do not want to go to
Mm,
on the
mm.
first day. Wow. So we can't take them nowhere. Like, just talk
Right.
on the phone and fix your own food. Hell,
That's it.
it's about the only thing. We'll FaceTime while we cooking. Be like we cooking together. Fuck it.
Yeah.
This was another subject that was trending. You know who Tariq? I think I'm saying Tariq Nasheed or whatever his name is. Uh,
Yeah, actor.
no, he's like the FBA or Future Foundational Black Americans. FBA, yeah. He's like the leader of that shit. He be on Twitter
Mm-mm.
and YouTube a lot. Uh, I think I might not be saying his name right.
Yeah.
Let me see. Hold on. I think it's Tariq Nasheed or something like that. But they had a subject that was going viral for a minute, and Africans had joined in and Black Americans had joined in. They was
Yeah.
even because you have some Black Americans who say that we're not. I mean, even though we all from Africa, we are not from Africa. We don't
Right,
have the
right,
same
right, right,
ties
right,
to Africa that they think we
right.
do. What are your thoughts on black people coming from Africa?
To America,
Yeah, do you think that we came on the slave ships? I'm gonna speak on that in a minute. But do you think we came on the ships, or do you think we were already here and they made it seem like we came on the ships?
I think we was already here. They make it seem like every black person came by ship, by a slave ship. But me personally, I think that we was already here.
Yeah,
Um, that's just what it is.
I did.
Uh,
Oh, go ahead. My bad. I thought you was.
now I was gonna say, I just even the. I mean, I know a lot of we have a lot of mixed. There's probably some white folks, down the line in our blood, but we just I don't know. Some of our features and everything is just genetically different from the
Everybody
African.
else.
Well, just the African too. Like, African Americans, I feel like a lot of us we just made up different.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like head shapes, facial features, just hair texture. Like I just feel like we was already here. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I feel like I feel the same way. I think we was already here. I think the ones that came on ships wasn't us. It was the people that they brought from Scotland and Ireland and all that shit. That's who they brought on the ships. And
Mm-hmm.
they brought them with that whole little gold rush and all that shit. See, this ain't the first time they had open borders and brought all these immigrants in.
Mm.
This is actually the second time, I believe, because the first time is when they brought all the white folks over here, and then the Cabbage Patch Kids and all of that. Because
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's a lot. And so, in my opinion, if they actually had slave ships, think about this. Wouldn't that be one of the top selling tourist sites?
And there ain't none.
You know what I'm saying? Like they
Well,
would
I don't know one. I don't see one.
imagine if there was a slave ship somewhere in a museum or something, like a real slave ship. You
Hmm.
know, folks would be breaking their neck to go see this, paying
Yeah.
all kind of money to go see this. It would be $1 billion industry.
Right.
But the fact that they chose not to make no type of money off of it, even though they could have preserved the ships. I'm sure they was some was fucked up, but
Yeah.
that's what makes me think like, okay, with capitalism being the way it is around the world, and they didn't take no opportunity to make money off of that, I
Right.
just can't see it.
Yeah.
And then another thing, if we really from Africa, why the hell Africa ain't never tried to come back and get us?
That's a great. I think I was on TikTok and they had talked about that and well, one of the things that they said that Africa had already had a lot of things going on within the country itself. They were still fighting for
Yeah,
their independence because of they got colonized by you know
you're right.
France and different European countries. Now I don't know if this was taking place at the same time. I got to do my research. I ain't gonna lie about that, but it's still like you said, it just doesn't make sense. And I was watching the. Have you ever seen the Woman King or something like that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
See,
yeah.
I watched it, but I always fall asleep on it, then kind of just catch bits and pieces of it. What was that kind of showing you like how the trade? Because I noticed a black dude was in there too. He
He
was
was the one
selling,
that was trading the black people to the white folks
yeah,
in West Africa. And she was trying to stop it. I know there's a queen. I don't know if I think that's who she was based off of, but while this queen was alive, her people was never enslaved. I think her name is in
I think,
Zigma,
yeah,
Queen Exigma, or it's something with an E, something like that.
yeah,
But while she was alive, her people were never enslaved. They were never sold. And I believe that's who that movie is based off of, because that
mm,
dude is the one that was capturing people and selling
right,
them. So I think they was putting some truth into that. A lot of
Yeah.
this that could be why Africa never have come back for us because they know they sold us.
Yes. That was my point I was trying to get to. So, but you know what I do recognize too? African people look different or treat African Americans different too.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. They
There's a line. There's a line between Africans and African Americans.
they think they are a notch above us.
They do.
Yeah, and
They
it's
do.
crazy. But I used to work with this African dude, and I asked him, you know what I'm saying, about it. And he was like, "Well, they get told uh that they're not like us and they have better opportunities." And they said that when they come over here and they see us, they get jealous because they feel like we didn't take advantage of the opportunities. But what they
Yeah.
don't know it, and then a lot of them don't even know about slavery. Like I talked to this lady, she's the peace ambassador in South Africa.
Yeah.
Uh, she said when they was taught in school, they don't get taught nothing about slavery. They don't know nothing about that's only an American thing.
I believe that though.
I had this dude, this black dude from London about a month ago. And I was asking him what's the, what it's like over there. And he said they didn't get taught about that in school. They
I
didn't
believe
learn
that.
nothing about slavery. I'm
Like you said,
saying
I think that's another way to keep us,
mentally.
yeah, mentally down.
Yep.
But like,
In my opinion, this gonna be it's gonna sound weird in a sense, but I don't really think slavery happened. I think they're working their way towards it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
mhm,
I believe the Bible is like a script that they using. They gave it to it. Because think about this. They hate us so much. Why would they give us something that benefits us? So why would they give us a God or a Bible or something that's useful for us and it's supposed to hurt them? Why would they give it to us if they hate us so much? So I don't know, man. It's like I think it happened, but in a way I don't. I just feel like what they did was started changing the laws to make it seem like it lined up with slavery. You know what I'm saying? But because a lot of this stuff that went on was really recent. When we think about like the lady that she was a little girl when she went into the all white school, she's still alive. You
you
know what
talking
I'm
about
saying?
in
She's still
Arkansas?
alive. And so like in my opinion, I don't know. I don't know. Just the stuff that I be finding and the stuff I be researching, it'd be some of it be like, huh. It make you wonder, like, are they using that as a way to keep us in a certain place? Because
Hmm.
all black people focus on is civil rights and slavery. That's all you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all
Yeah.
we talk about. And none of us have lived through it. Not even our grandparents lived through it. And my great granny was born in 1910, I believe, or
Hmm.
1920, something like that. Now she speak about racism, but she don't talk about slavery or nobody coming off of boats. What they talked about were Indian tribes. And to me, it seemed like we were already here. I believe what they started doing, what the way they were able to take over shit was change that name. Because our original name was Indians before it was Negro. I think Negro was first. Yeah. It was Indians, then Negro, then African American, then black. The African American shit came from Jesse Jackson and this bitch ass, but we were the original Indians. And see, there's a difference between Indians and Native Americans. That's what I found out. Native Americans are Siberian descendants. They came from Siberia. That's why they
Mm.
light like that. The actual Indians were us, the dark people. And so I had looked up this story. It was this girl named Sarah Rector. She's the richest 11-year-old that's ever came through. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
so after slavery ended, I can't remember if she was just. I know they said this was from the Indians and they had got a payout. But when you look back, all black people were called Indians at that time.
Mm.
He said, "Damn, who is it? What Jesse Jackson do?"
He meant to say what
What
Jesse
Jesse
Jackson
Jackson do? Shit, he ain't did nothing but put us in a bad position. Jesse Jackson worked for the Boule. Do you watch NFL football? Yeah, I watch it. Yeah, I watch it. But I believe that's why they changed our names because they had to do that in order to take control because of the land. That's why when everybody was talking about black folks gonna be next getting deported, we're gonna be the only ones that don't get deported because we are the original people of this land.
we here.
They know that.
That's why
That's
they ain't never mentioned about deporting nothing.
they ain't they
They
can't
can't.
because of the birthrights. The rights of this land are to black people. That's why they can't get rid of us, but they keep us in a certain place. Just like
Right.
Al Sharpton. Y'all don't like that motherfucker either. Because all of them is boule. They don't do nothing for black people but hold us down. Al Sharpton only show up when they need him to keep the crowd uh 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 civilized, basically. Whenever we about to protest or whatever, Al Sharpton show his ass up and you know what I'm saying? So he can control the situation for the white folks. Yeah, my granny taught me about him a long time ago. But I don't know, man. It's just like it seems like they use that, they put it in the textbooks and put it in school in order to indoctrinate us and have us in a certain mentality growing
Yeah.
up. But if we knew that it never actually happened and we knew who we really were, there's nothing they could do to control us because we dominate, like we was talking about earlier, we dominate everything we get into.
Mm-hmm.
All we gotta do is just think about doing it and we're gonna figure it out some kind of way.
Yeah.
They know that. They know all of this shit. So in order for them to be able to take control of the land, take control of the resources, they had to change our names, change our identity. And they basically gave our identity to them, them JWs. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Can't really you say them, you're gonna be banned and shit like that. I don't really give a damn, but just for the platform.
Right.
Uh they gave our identity to them. But I believe everybody know the truth. Asians, Africans, not all, but certain ones. Um, I believe they all know the truth about who Black America really is. That's why everybody feeds off of us. Every industry, if you think about it, depends on us to make it become something. Whether we are the influencers, the ones that it's the biggest raccoon on YouTube. Man, you know what? You was talking about Anton Daniels the last time we were supposed to address that. What is it about Anton that you don't like? Because I listen to a lot of his stuff and I don't see nothing that he says that's wrong.
Oh, I don't even know who that is.
Dwayne, because I remember the last show he was talking about Anton Daniels. He
No,
asked
I'm
me what
talking
I
about
thought about him.
Antoine Daniels. I don't know who that is.
He got a platform, the Anton Daniels Show and the Millionaire Morning Show, but he speaks a lot about black people not being a victim,
Mm.
and you know how that rubs some black people the wrong way
Yeah.
because. But in my opinion, I kind of agree with some of the stuff he say because the black people today, we didn't go through none of that stuff that we try to play victim to.
That's
We didn't have to sit at no counters and get beat on and spit on trying to go. And that's what I didn't understand anyway. Why did they want to go sit in them white folks' restaurants knowing they couldn't cook? Anton, he said that racism does, huh? But he does. Anton is Republican. I know that he votes Republican, and they all have a certain type of mindset. That's what I've noticed about Black Republicans. They all have a certain type of way they view things, and it's all similar for them. But I kind of understand it because we got to get out of that victim mentality. That's the only way we're gonna progress. Oh, he done. I think his phone cut off. But I just feel like at some point we do have to get past it in order for us to grow as a community. Because if we keep looking towards the past and dwelling on the past, we'll never get anywhere in the future. We're gonna keep being in the same spot. But what is it about Anton that you don't like? Al Sharpton preached. That's about it. Jesse Jackson, dude. Um, I just feel like I don't know. I just think that it's kind of hard because when you look at the history of everything, it make you wonder. Like, did it actually really happen? Did they just make this up? Because we know they can create stories like they did with Santa Claus and all of that shit. So if they can create that, they can create this too. And are they just using that as a way to keep us in a certain type of mentality? What do y'all think about that? KG. What's up, KG? But I don't know. I don't know if we I talk to a lot of Africans. I talk to a lot of people from a lot of different places. Talk down. And he said racism doesn't exist. You gotta understand too. Once you reach a certain level of money financially, all that goes out the window. Racism only exists to us on this lower level. Once you get up to there, it's all about money. And so that's why a lot of them look at it that way because they've opened up some doors that we don't have open. So they see it in a different light. Now, for him to say racism don't exist, that's crazy because I mean, all you got to do is be on the internet and you'll see it every day. Racism exists. It's just not to the extent that it used to be, or it's not keeping us down like it used to. There's nothing really holding black people back no more but black people. We holding ourselves back. If we get out of that mentality, we can actually grow and become something. But we gotta get out of that because nowadays that's one thing I do agree with that he say. Like the white man ain't holding us back no more. The system maybe once you try to get to a certain spot was crying. I saw that now. I don't know about all that now. Crying over Charlie Kirk. That's no, I think that was Officer Tate or Tatum, whatever his name is. He was the one crying. I didn't see Anton crying. I saw Tatum crying. I mean, he was crying hard. He another one that and see a lot of the but the thing about Anton that I like, he's been married, he married to a black woman. He's been married for over 20 years. You know what I'm saying? He did everything the right way. And so that's one thing I can say about Anton that I do like. Some of the stuff, he say I don't agree with, some of the stuff he do. But as far as what he represents as a black man, I think that he should be an example to some of our young black men because he did it the right way. He been with the same woman. He had kids by the same woman. He's raising his kids. He's two-parent household, all of that. So I kind of look at him a little differently than I do Officer Tatum. I don't really know too much about him. I just know I saw him crying over Charlie Kirk, and I was like, yeah, this dude is gone. He too far gone. Now, I don't really think Charlie Kirk was as racist as he made it, as they try to make it seem about him. Because I listened to about 20 of his episodes. And when you get the full context of what he's saying, some of the stuff he not wrong about. I mean, if you're just being real about it. But as far as what he said about the black pilots, you can't deny that. What he said about the black women that's cashiers, he called them morons. Can't deny that. They do act like Sammy Jackson though. You ain't lying. What he said about that, it's a lot that he said that you like, okay, you can't deny some of that stuff that he said. Because when he said, "Oh, if I see a black woman as a moronic black woman," that's his actual word he used, a moronic black cashier. I'm wondering is she qualified to take my money and count something like that? And I'm like, what? What the hell? And the thing I didn't like about Charlie Kirk, you're supposed to be going around to these campuses speaking on issues in America, but you never spoke on white issues. And that's what I didn't understand. Why was you always talking about black folks and not talking about what's going on in the white community? He said civil rights. Yeah, he did say that was another thing. He said the Civil Rights Act was a mistake. That was another thing he said. So it's a lot that he said that you can't. There's no disputing it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't I didn't celebrate his death or nothing like that like everybody else was doing. I didn't agree with that part. But as far as uh crying over him and all that, no, I don't that was way too much. They was doing too much. Um but I feel like now I saw some stuff. This is some weird stuff I'm gonna get into, but I saw some stuff about his wife that was pretty deep. And I felt like that maybe she might have had something to do. This is allegedly. I don't want nobody trying to come back and sue me. You know how they go. But it said that she wanted to take his spot. So her mother, her maiden name is, hold on, because I had it somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. Mm, her maiden name. She got like a weird maiden name. But her mother worked for the government. Her dad, before they separated, before her mama and dad separated, he was working for the government. So both of her parents were CIA agents that worked for this company that's basically Israeli. They were working for Israel. So now when you hear that Israel is the one that is behind Charlie getting assassinated, makes you wonder. It's like, hey, is she part of that? Because all of a sudden, right after the funeral, she done took his spot. She was selling merch at the funeral. They had pyrotech, all of that stuff at the funeral, like it was WWE. Like now she's on his podcast. She's gonna be doing the tours. Like, did she just want to take his spot? Y'all know we be watching them Lifetime movies, and it's a lot that go on in the movies, and y'all know white folks will take each other out for some money now. So that right there had me wondering, because I'm like, man, all of a sudden, she ain't grieving no more. She's smiling, laughing, and she's doing his podcast, taking over his tour. She's doing everything he was doing. And a lot of times they say your biggest hater, your biggest enemy is the person you laying right next to. Just makes you wonder. I got one more segment, and we're gonna get out of here. It was really to be with him, but I guess he kind of his phone might have cut off. But this is where we do the comparative movies. Which movie would you rather? Which movie you think was better? So we got Bad Boys versus Rush Hour. What y'all think, chat? Bad Boys or Rush Hour? Which was better? It don't matter which one. You can choose all three. Well, Bad Boys, I think, had four. They about to be coming out with a Rush Hour 4. I just read that. Uh, but in my opinion, I would say Bad Boys. I'm more of a Barton and Will. I kind of like that. Chris Tucker kind of messed me up with what he said about doing Friday again. I didn't like that. He didn't want to do Friday because I understand that he went Christian and stuff like that, but I think he messed his career up when he did that because he was never the same. He should have stuck with doing Friday or those type of movies. But I'm more Bad Boys on that one over Rush Hour. Why? What? What you mean, Dwayne? We got Juice versus Paid in Full. I remember Paid in Full, but I don't remember it too much. So I'm gonna have to go with Juice on that one. I just remember I think Cameron was in it. Uh Makai Pfeiffer, I believe that's Makai Pfeiffer that was in it. Bad Boys 1 and 3 was the best one. Yeah, yeah. Two was all right too, but two seemed like they was trying too hard to be funny, trying too hard to be like one. And it's like they got it back right with three. But um I think I'm gonna go with Juice on paid over Paid in Full. I just maybe because I'm biased with Tupac. We got Lean on Me versus Soul Food. Now that's a tough one right there. Uh, what do y'all think? Lean on Me or Soul Food, chat? Which one? Everybody don't respond at once now. I'm gonna go with Soul Food. Maybe because it's more recent, but that's my opinion. I think Soul Food was. I don't know. It's just about that whole movie. The story of it is good. I say Soul Food. Okay, I ain't say Soul Food. Major Pain versus Norbit. That's tough. Major Pain. 'Cause Norbit is funny as hell, but and I don't think nobody will ever be able to remake Major Pain and do it the way that who was that? Damon? I think that was Damon. The way he did it, it's gonna be hard to remake that. That's a movie that can't be remade. I'm gonna go with Major Pain on that one, just because of that, in my opinion, that it can't be done again. Um, Norbit was cool, but I feel like you can put anybody in that in those as those characters, and it'll still be kind of funny. I don't know with Eddie doing the way he did. I don't know. That might not be true either, but I'm gonna go with Major Pain over that one. Then we got the last one is Empire versus Power. This is TV shows. But if y'all remember, Empire at its height it was major for like those first two seasons until they started putting all that gay shit in it and all that shit. But when they just had it as that one son that was gay, Jesse, whatever his name is, it was all right. It was decent. But then once they started adding too much stuff to it, and it's like they kind of lost themselves within the storyline and didn't know where to go from that point. Because after the first two seasons, it kind of went downhill. But yeah, it got too gay for me too. That's why it's like, but Power, I haven't really watched Power after they killed Ghost off. All these new spinoffs and all that, I haven't really gotten into those. I don't know. It was like once they got rid of Ghost, it wasn't the same to me. That one kind of tough. If we basing it off just the first two seasons, I'm gonna say Empire because those first two seasons of Empire it's hard to match that. But as a whole, I would probably say Power. I would probably take Power. But that's all I got for tonight, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on your notifications, and we will be back here Wednesday. Same time, same channel, 9 o'clock p.m. Thank y'all for tuning in. Peace.